Namaste, dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa, bonjour, hola. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Ken at 10. How are you? I hope you're well. Here in Norbury, which is in southwest London between Streatham and Croydon. Streatham to the north, Croydon to the south. We're sort of that little bit that you go through to get from one to the other. I mention that because a lot of people think, well, where is Norbury? And well, this is your answer. We're a nice little community, zone 3 commuters, well worth considering if you're a first-time buyer or you're looking for great value and you need to commute to London, because being zone 3, it's affordable, but also commuting is not too bad. You know, we've got Norbury Station here, zone 3, and that goes into town and, of course, into Croydon, where we have 15-minute services onwards to Gatwick if you're an international traveller. So we've got it all, really. Got it now. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Here in Norbury, the weather is beautiful. It's an absolutely stunning day. Very, very slight breeze, mostly calm and beautifully sunny. So we're looking forward to a good day. I hope you are too. A few bits of news that I saw today. First of all, Nationwide's cut its mortgage rates to support homeowners up to 0.4%. Now, that's a fairly significant cut, which is great news. And they're saying that as economic conditions continue to stabilize, we're able to make further cuts to our mortgage rates, building on the reductions we've made in recent weeks. So that's good news. One of the problems for a lot of borrowers right now is the arrangement fees. You could be really careful of these. This is not financial advice, by the way. We're not financial advisors. Please seek independent financial advice if you're considering getting a mortgage or changing your mortgage. But for many investors, particularly buy-to-let investors, and indeed homeowners, the mortgage rates have been punitive. But what's been more punitive just recently are the arrangement fees that the lenders are charging, which are often quite extortionate. And when you take the arrangement fee, what you've got to do basically to work out what the real interest rate they're charging you is look at what interest rate they're charging and what that will cost you monthly, and then add on that arrangement fee, because of course you're paying for that, you're buying that, and if you add that arrangement fee in, invariably you'll find that it comes back out at more or less their variable rate anyway. So you've got to be really careful that you're not going for the headline and not actually seeing the underlying fact that you're losing out there. So be careful of that one. A couple of things. The place where house prices are falling the fastest in the UK, where do you think it is? Is it London? South East? No, Scotland. You're safe here in London, but Scotland apparently is falling fastest of all. In terms of the MPC and mortgages and where they're going, at the moment, the next meeting date is a month away. So we do have a month of respite. 21st of September is the next Monetary Policy Committee meeting, and that's when they decide what interest rates will be. So we're all holding our breath for that one and hoping those inflation numbers will come down a bit lower. Homes are more affordable than a year ago across the UK. It's now 6.7 times the average annual earnings of a full-time worker, down from 7.3 a year ago. Of course, here in London, it's a bit more than that. It's 9.3 times. Ouch. That's crazy, isn't it? The affordability. And that's why I always say, when people say, oh, you don't know what it was like when we were younger, a lot of old people will say this to you, young people. They'll say, when we were younger, interest rates went up as high as 15, 16%, whatever. And that's true. But what they fail to tell you is that prices were so much lower then that our finances attached to those property were geared much, much more low. And therefore, even when you take into consideration wages, actually young people have got it tougher now than we had it then. So, that's just a fact if you do the sums. And so, older people take note. Young people do have it hard. They are right when they say that the current interest rate is really biting, and it's really tough for a lot of people out there. The Chancellor's being pressed to cut taxes as well after some positive borrowing data. They're not borrowing as much money as they expected. And there is some criticism saying that they're having these pessimistic forecasts are causing increase in interest rates where there shouldn't be any, and so many tax rises where they should be looking to cut back. Martin Beck, an economic advisor, said he's more cautious. Tizio Boyar's forecast market expectations for interest rates continue. So we'll see. But, the next date to bear in mind is 21st of September. That's when we'll know what the trend is. My gut feeling is, at best, we can expect to hold probably another quarter point on rates, but we don't know. The more important rate is the swap rate, and clearly that's come down. That's why the Nationwide and the likes of other lenders are starting to drop their rates, because those fixed rates are coming down. And remember, you can swap rates within the last 6 months. You can speak to your lender about swapping your rate within the last 6 months of your current rate. So it might be something well worth doing, because I know mortgages, they're really on everybody's mind right now, and it's understandable. But remember also to take into account what you've got to pay out in order to get that rate. You're paying out, in some cases, up to £10,000, £20,000 to secure a rate, which might be a percentage of your loan. And if you took that money and then added it onto the rate they're offering you, question, over the term, is it the same as their variable rate? And the funny thing is, when you work it backwards, quite often you find that it is true. It's the same thing. So don't be a busy fool going for a rate that doesn't actually work out better for you. Make sure you do the sums and include whatever that fee is in that final sum, and shop around. Speak to an independent financial advisor, because they are out there. They are busy right now, but find yourself a good one. If you can't, drop me a line, ken@jamesalexander.com, and we can put you onto some lovely ones, because we know the nice people in property, and there aren't many of us out there. Similarly, if you've got any queries about property, the market, interest rates, whatever it is, house prices, investment, then we're your guy. We got your back. Give us a call. We always love talking about property, as you probably gathered from watching me drone on every day. Apart from that, it's music day today for me, band day. Got a final rehearsal before our gig next week on the 30th. So looking forward to that, you band members as well. So hope you have a great day today. Enjoy the sunshine. In terms of appointments, quite quiet today. So I do have time. So if you are thinking of getting evaluation ahead of the busy season, which is September, could be a good time to give me a call. I'm here now, 0208 679 8601. Did a Homes Under the Hammer yesterday in between the Commons, very posh. Really nicely done, actually. I did the first visit where we look at it before it's done up, and I've now done the return visit, I should say. And they've added an ensuite bathroom onto the first floor, and then they've really made the inside beautiful. Lovely garden. That should be broadcast soon, I hope. I'll let you know when it's on. And until then, until tomorrow, same time, look after yourself and your families. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Ciao.